Hi, everyone. It's the real Ron again. And once again, the dang boat's in the middle of the ocean. But I want to talk to you about the actual concept or philosophy about using an avatar. And so, as you know, all week long, I've been having an avatar show up for me online, doing my regular content representing me. And I feel somewhat confident about it because I feel it represents my voice, my image, my thoughts, my persona, my character, my values. But what it's able to do is show up on days that I can't show up, or show up on days that I don't want to show up, or show up when I refuse to show up. And the reason why that's important, if my passion is trying to share value with my audience, which I want to do, my passion is to try to give content and data strategies that help, real estate and mortgage professionals go serve home buyers and homeowners because my passion is the American dream. Well, my avatar is letting me serve that passion. And to me, is authentically doing it given how we've set it up. So, with that, I'm going to turn you over to Avatar Ron. And thanks so much for giving us some of your time. Hi, everyone. It's Ron's Avatar again. Today, I want to talk about something that's not getting enough attention, but it could have a major impact on home buyers and even current homeowners. The issue is student loan debt and specifically wage garnishment. Here's what's happening. For 5 years, the government paused student loan payments. During that time, borrowers didn't have to make payments and delinquencies weren't reported. But that changed recently. Delinquencies are now being reported again, which is already making it harder for borrowers to qualify for a mortgage or to refinance. And now the Treasury and Department of Education are preparing to take the next step, garnishing wages. That means they can automatically take up to 15% of a borrower's paycheck to cover unpaid student loans. What makes this even more concerning is that a lot of people with student loan debt don't realize they're already delinquent. They may think they're fine, but the reality is their wages could be garnished starting this fall. Imagine trying to buy your first home while suddenly losing 15% of your paycheck. Or imagine trying to refinance into a lower rate only to find out your credit has taken a hit from missed student loan payments. These are real challenges we're about to face as an industry. Rob Chrisman highlighted in his commentary that 30 to 40% of all Ginnie Mae borrowers have student loans. Remember, Ginnie Mae means FHA and VA loans, which are often used by first-time buyers and veterans. That's a huge share of the market, and it underscores just how big of an impact this could have on lending. So what does this mean for us as mortgage and real estate professionals? It means we need to be prepared. We have to know the rules. HUD's guidelines say no loan modifications if a borrower is delinquent on their student loans. That could create roadblocks for families who are already struggling with higher insurance costs, higher living expenses, and now possibly garnished wages. We need to be ready to explain these challenges clearly to our clients, and we need to help them plan ahead. For buyers, it's about understanding their full financial picture before they start the process. For existing homeowners, it's about getting ahead of potential issues before they try to refinance. And for all of us, it's about being the trusted advisor who brings clarity to a very confusing situation. Thanks for listening today. I'd love to hear your feedback, especially on how you think my avatar did. And if you found this helpful, I encourage you to follow me on social media. I post daily content on economics, finance, mortgage, and real estate. You'll see plenty of charts and data you can use in your own business or even in conversations with clients. Follow me on LinkedIn and watch my videos on all the major platforms. Hi, everyone. It's the real Ron, and I'm back with the real Dave. Now, I opened from my avatar today talking about our philosophy around using an avatar, whether it is the right thing to do, is it the wrong thing to do, how to use it. Dave and I have actually had many a late night conversation about the role avatars play in this whole world and in marketing and in sales. And we've had spirited conversation, not that we disagreed, just trying to find our way, right? Because neither one of us are about a fake or a phony world. And so I talked to you about how I thought about my own avatar representing me. But Dave, I know you have a lot of really deeply held thoughts about real versus avatar, the role of an avatar that plays in marketing and in showing up for someone. Can you maybe build on some of those comments that I shared before and let us know your kind of philosophy and thoughts?
I think the biggest word that comes to mind when we talk about this that's been a very buzzy word for the last 5 or so years regarding showing up on social media, and it's authenticity. I think there will be a lot of people that maybe consider using an avatar lacks authenticity. And I kind of, the way that could be true, but the way we're building it out, I reject that premise that these avatars are going to be inauthentic with the way we train them. They're going to be people, even when they see it. There's going to be people. There's going to be haters. I personally, one of my favorite things to watch, and this is maybe different, but one of my favorite things to watch is this is probably a couple months old now, but the Yeti AI, what is it? Yeti and Sasquatch AI. Of course, that's not pretending to be a real person, but the more and more I see AI avatars online, whether it be social media or somewhere else, just online, when companies might have a spokesperson being an avatar, the more and more used to it I'm getting, and the more and more comfortable I'm getting with it. I've used for little Nessie communication purposes, I've used an AI avatar myself. Now I came up with the script, the bullet points, the heart behind it, and all of that. So I don't consider that being an inauthentic way of communicating. It just saves me time. And I don't think my clients minded it either. In fact, a lot of people reached out, they're like, was that AI? How do you do that? How do I do that? So yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest talking point when we release this is authenticity, or is this right, or whatever. So, but I just reject that. I'm all in on this.
Yeah, David, that's great. And I think too, because we've really worked through this, not only authenticity but transparency in showing up with an avatar, but doing it transparently, and then explaining the why. Why am I doing this? How does it fit my mission? It's not serving my, it's not necessarily serving my interest, but serving my mission. And if my mission is to educate, say, home buyers, and the bot or the avatar helps me serve that purpose, then it's a noble purpose versus, hey, I know I need to get 4 posts a week online so that I can build interest. That's not necessarily authentic or a mission driven purpose, where I think you'll be allowed and the avatar will be accepted if it really serves your purpose in an authentic way.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Well, everybody, thank you. Try to connect with us on socials, DM us on socials, go to littlenessie.com, learn more about us, connect with us at littlenessie.com. We really appreciate you taking this journey with us. We love your feedback. Stay tuned. We got a few more days of this, and we definitely look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.